So the investigation report about the $3 million mistake eventually reached the founder of the company. He didn't run daily operations anymore, but he still personally reviewed major financial incidents. When he read the summary HR prepared, something didn't sit right with him. So instead of trusting the report, he asked IT for the raw system logs, every login, every permission change, every action. And that's where everything started falling apart for Mark and David. Because the logs showed something interesting. Just 6 minutes before the payment batch was approved, someone had changed my account permissions. Temporary authorization, enough to approve large transactions. The person who made that change? Mark. But it got worse. Because the logs also tracked which computer the approval came from. And the payment wasn't approved from my workstation. It came from David's computer. Let that sink in. They gave my account temporary approval power, logged into the system, used David's computer, approved a $3 million payment, and left my name in the approval history. It was a perfect setup. If no one looked deeper, I would have been the fall guy. The founder immediately called an emergency executive meeting, HR, finance, IT. And Mark and David were asked to explain the logs. Neither of them could. Within 10 minutes, security was escorting both of them out of the building. They were fired on the spot. But the story didn't end there. A week later, the founder asked me to come to his office. I was expecting more questions. Instead, he said something I'll never forget. Anyone who survives being framed like that and still stands their ground deserves responsibility. 3 weeks later, I was promoted to manager of the entire team, less than a year after joining the company. And the craziest part? Several coworkers later told me they always suspected Mark and David were cutting corners. They just never thought they'd go this far, or that their plan would collapse because someone decided to check the real logs.